Hey, good morning, everyone. We're here with Allie Davis, one of our great authors for this back to school authorathon. And I just want to say welcome to you, Allie, and just tell us a little bit about yourself, your books, your inspiration, what impact you're hoping to make with those. And the floor is yours.
Thank you so much, Jody and Dr. Smiley. Thanks for having me. I'm so glad to be here. And what a great time of the year when kids are going back to school, and great time to inspire reading, which is so important, and storytelling, which has been a passion of mine really all my life. So I am Allie Davis. I'm the author of Clara and the Constellations Play Kickball. And this is the second book in a series. The first is Clara and the Constellations. They are the Moon Game books. And this book I wrote as an inspiration for children to get outside, to look up at the beautiful night sky. It's really a passion of mine to inspire children by the beautiful world around us. And we live in a day and age where a lot of kids are on screens, and mine included, and we're trying to get them to engage with the natural world and to foster curiosity about nature. And one of the things I've always loved since I was a child myself is the night sky. Both my grandfather and my father had telescopes, and so I remember looking through them and just being fascinated and learning about constellations. And so when my own children were young, so I have two girls, and they would go out in the front yard and we would look at the moon and look at the stars and find constellations. And they were probably about 4 and 3 at the time. And I have this little video of them actually where they're going out and going, I wish I could grab the moon like a ball. Oh, I love the moon. I just wish I could grab it and hold it like a ball. That beautiful full moon, right? So I came up with a story and wrote it at that time about a little girl who flies through the stars and grabs the moon like a ball. And in this second book in the series, Clara and the Constellations Play Kickball, uh, some of the friends from the first book come out. This constellation animals come to play with her. And some of new friends come too, and I really wanted in this book to include more constellations. So the first book has five, the second one has 12. And I'm sorry, it has 11. There are 12 on the teams of the kickball teams total, counting our little friend from down below, young Clara. So she goes up to the stars and she starts a game of kickball. And so there's action and adventure. And one of my passions also is just really inspiring children to love story and to love to read. I love to read, I love to write. And so I want children at a young age to just be fascinated with books. And so I wanted to create a book that kids would love to read over and over again with beautiful illustrations. With my illustrator did a beautiful job, Olha Kachinko in Canada. And brought the vision to life. And so the vision really is for children to also engage with sports and games that they love and want to read this book because, hey, I like to play kickball. I like to hang out with my friends on the kickball field, and so this might be an interesting book too. But then they're learning astronomy through the story. So it's a STEM picture book. It's great for classrooms and teachers to use to talk about what is a constellation and the moon and our galaxy and the Milky Way and all these great topics. And every book in the series shows the constellations at the back, the diagrams. But also the story itself refers to them as the animal names. So bear and ram and fish. And then this one includes centaur and dog and horse. And every one of them is named that way so it's relatable, but then they can learn in the back of the book about each individual constellation, the diagrams, and the proper names. So I also love going into schools and talking about space exploration that's still going on today. What is astronomy? What is modern day astronomy? What is a constellation? And so would love to connect with teachers and librarians all over the nation and travel in and virtual readings of these books and talk about what is a constellation. Another message in the book for me is really about dreaming big, reaching for the stars, and not being afraid to go after what you want. That's Clara is a girl with great determination, and she reaches her dream of grabbing hold of the moon, and that's the fun of story, right? Anything can happen. Um, and then the other theme here is there's a bit of an underdog theme. So in this story in particular, they get tied up 3-3. The two teams have been playing, they're scoring, there's excitement, and then the game is tied at 3-3. And the kicking team has to decide who's going to kick next. And their choice is unexpected. And really, I relate to the character that's chosen. I'm kind of a small person. I am only about 5'1". And so I was always the kid that was picked last for the teams or not very athletically competent. And so I want kids to, if they feel like they're the underdog, maybe they don't have the skills they want to have. I mean, we all have areas of our life that we don't have all the skills we want in order to achieve certain things, but to believe in themselves, to no matter the odds, continue on and persevere. And so, our little friend, I won't tell you who it is, you got to read the book to find out which friend is picked, but then succeeds in breaking that tie. So, this is a great book for connecting families over story, but also connecting them outdoors. And again, getting kids to look up, not down all the time at devices. Look up at the night sky so families can get outside with a blanket and stuffed animals and hot chocolate and really make some special stargazing memories together. And then talk about, how beautiful the night sky is and then make it educational, teach about the astronomy. And there's so many great tools out there now too. We didn't have them when we were a kid, these apps that you can take your phone and hold it up and find the constellations. And so it's really, really fun. My girls particularly love Dragon and the Hunter, Orion, and the Lion, and then some of the ones in this book, Centaur, Dog, Horse. So again, my vision was to create books that kids love to read, to teach about astronomy, to help kids feel like they can do big things, that they can achieve their dreams, um, and then to teach through story. I really think that, it engages both the right side and the left side of the brain when we do that. We have story and science can come together in a really powerful way. I've always been one that loves to learn through story more than any other way. And so I want to relate to those kids that want to learn that way. Um, and I want kids to know that they are valuable, that they're celebrated, that they're seen, and even just that they're unique and shining like the stars up above. So that's really the heart behind Clara and the Constellations Play Kickball, the second game, a second book in my Moon Game series.
Well, thank you so much. I absolutely adore this title. I love looking to the stars and seeing and what's up there and out there. And so much more now that we have the internet, we know so much more that's going on and when the moons are going to be the red and the gold and the harvest and all those things. This is a very timely story. So I appreciate that. But I just wanted to say, as a daughter of a short mom, she's tougher than I am, and I outweigh her, and I'm taller than her by almost 8 inches. So
I love
it,
that. You have to let me interject.
greatness comes in small packages.
Yes. Okay. I have a daughter that is already taller than me at 12. It's God's sense of
Oh,
humor because
yep.
she's adopted. So it's God's sense of humor giving me this big tall girl. But yes.
There you go. There you go. But I also wanted to give you the chance again to tell us how to connect with you because I found it very inspiring that you're already going into some of the classrooms and doing that. So I want to give you the opportunity to give a shout out to how people can reach you, where to find your book, and then we'll close up.
Absolutely. AllieDavis.net is my website. I'm Allie Davis, author on Facebook, Allie Davis on Instagram. And I'm also an editor, and I help authors who are in the publishing process, not just with editing, but also getting their books to the finish line and even after the finish line, marketing. And so you can find out those services at my website, alliedavis.net as well.
Perfect. Thank you. You are a well-rounded author. You bring all the things to the table. So
Thank you. Books are my
thank you so
passion.
much, Allie. I really appreciate you being here, and I loved meeting you and
Thank
just your smile and your presence. So thank you.
you. Appreciate it.